G'day guys, Steve Morgan here for Fishing Monthly magazines, and a beautiful day on Port Phillip Bay with Phil Parias from Port Phillip Boating Centre. And Phil has brought down a Yamaha Haines Hunter combo for us, which is a great entry-level boat if you want to get out, target some of the snapper in these areas. Phil, tell us what model it is, what it's powered by, why we should buy it.
Okay. Well, this is a reasonably new model. It's a 565R.
Yep.
So it just follows in the range of the other R series, the 585, 600 and 650.
What does the R stand for?
Runabout.
For the runabout.
Runabout,
okay, yep.
yeah. So it's powered by a 150 Yamaha, which is the maximum horsepower and perfect
Yep.
setup. Yeah.
And that's been a solid motor for years, hasn't it? That F150 is just nearly 10 years I think it's been out for, and it's a workhorse, isn't it?
It might be a bit longer than that, but it has, yeah. It's just, we've sold absolutely plenty of them, and yeah, just a very reliable engine.
Now, you were telling me that this model exists in the range because they make a 650 and a 600 and a 585R, and they needed one that was just a bit smaller and a bit more compact, a bit more towable, and it's ended up hitting the mark, hasn't it?
It has. It has. It's just brought it into a market where, you know, the normal family person sort of can afford it and can tow it. They don't have to upgrade their vehicles. You don't need breakaway brake systems, and which adds extra cost. And so it has brought it into a market where it's just worked for us, yeah, which is good, and it's made it a little bit more accessible to the normal family fisherman guy.
Now look at the weight, 1.8 tonnes. So literally, you don't need a twin cab 4-wheel drive or bigger to tow it. You can tow it behind the average family car a lot of the time.
Yeah, the decent size, 6-cylinder car will tow it.
Yep. This is supplied on a twin-axle Mackay trailer. I notice it's a C-section trailer.
It is.
I love C-section trailers because they're low in maintenance. You're a fan of it, aren't you?
I am a big fan of it. I mean, it probably does me out of a little bit of business, but
because they last so long.
Because they last so long. But having the C-section frame and cross members is a really good thing. I mean, then really all you've got that you'll need to maintain is your axle springs and brakes, like every other trailer. So, but your frame, which generally is the first thing to rust out because the water sits in there, they don't wash it out properly. Well, that's not going to happen with the C-section. So, we're a big believer in a lot of boats that a lot of the boat motor trailer packages we sell with C-section
on a proper trailer.
Yeah.
That's a good theory for a dealer. Let's talk about the hull itself. You've been a Haines Hunter dealer for nearly 15 years now, and also a Yamaha dealer for the same time. Tell us about the qualities of the Haines Hunter hull, which makes it so famous and sort of so easy to sell.
Yeah, well, I guess, look, Haines Hunter is Haines Hunter. It's been around for 60 odd years, and they just continue to do their really extensive research and development. They listen to the customers, they listen to the dealers, what the customer may want and not want, and they've come up with a range of boats that it's really hard not to walk into a Haines Hunter dealership and not have a boat that suits all your needs. So, yeah, the quality's there, the ride, the performance, the name, the branding, the resale value. Yep. So, and coupled with the Yamaha, I honestly believe we've got one of the best products on the market.
Let's talk about this 565R hull itself. It hasn't got a full cabin, but it's got a cabin which it's still pretty comfortable if you want to buy this as a family boat. That's right. Tell us about the layout. Yeah,
well, the layout, look, it's a runabout, and so people think, oh, okay, there's no cabin, but actually it's a fairly beamy boat and a fairly deep boat, so that allows them to actually be out, in the way they've designed their cabin, to have 6-foot bunks in this particular boat without actually losing a lot of cockpit space, which is probably what we really want at the end of the day. But it has got a bit of a cabin there for the kids to go and lie down in, even the old man getting in there for a bit of a snooze.
In between the snapper bites,
correct, yeah. So there's enough room to be reasonably comfortable, which is good.
And I noticed you've done some local modifications, like these rod holders are very popular down here for when you want to lay out half a dozen baits. You've got the rocket launchers up the top. You guys can fit out one of these hulls for whatever the customer wants, can't you?
Correct, yeah, and that's what we sort of specialise in. Whether you walk into our dealership and you'll see a lot of boats, maybe are just the way they come from Haines Hunter, so they haven't got any electronics or anything like that on them. I really concentrate heavily on customising the boat motor trailer package to suit the customer, because everybody does different things. Takes a little bit extra time, I must admit, and a little bit more consultation with the particular customer. But in the end, they get what they want, and they pay for what they're getting. So we just find that that's something that we specialise in.
Yeah, well, obviously you do it well. You've been around for so long. Let's get this boat on the water and do what we always do at Fishing Monthly. We're going to put it on the water, we're going to go for a boom, we're going to bring you back some performance statistics and tell you what a wonderful day it was out here on Port Phillip Bay in Melbourne. Well, what a fantastic day out on Port Phillip Bay to finally get into some of these Haines Hunter Yamaha powered boats put together by the guys at Port Phillip Boating Centre. It wasn't a rough day, there was a little bit of chop around, but realistically it was just a beautiful day to be out on the water and experience the soft, dry ride that these Haines Hunters provide. This model, the 565R, R for runabout, is powered by the 150 horsepower Yamaha. Now this is a motor which has been in Yamaha's range for a decade or more, and it is a workhorse. People don't have any problems with these 150s and they power thousands of boats around the country. This was a great package together. It's built for the market for that $65,000 and up package, so it's not the high dollars that you're going to have in a boat which is only a metre or a metre and a half bigger. Built for people that maybe have a tinny and want to step up to enjoy the benefits of fiberglass boating. Haines are a heavy built hull. Fiberglass is inherently a heavy hull, and because of that they ride very well on the water. We couldn't quite get 2 kilometres per litre of petrol burned out of it, but we got 1.9 at that great cruising range of 3,600 to 4,000 RPM. All of the performance stats are going to be in a future Fishing Monthly magazine issue. The cabin itself looks small, but it's quite ample. You can actually fit 6 foot of stuff in there, be it a human or a fishing rod, and it is good to get out of the elements. The kids would be happy in there, but I wouldn't be doing a 4-person family overnighter in this boat. I like that, like most Haines Hunter boats, there's a place for everything you want to put in there. There's a VHF radio and a stereo in there. There's a flush mounted sounder. Everything flush mounts. I don't like things on brackets. I like things that are attached to the boat. It means your boat's going to last longer. It's going to protect your electronics more, and this boat is built to be fitted out like that. This one, of course, set up for snapper fishing in Port Phillip Bay. It's got all the rod holders, it's got all the fishing paraphernalia you're going to need to get out there and get on the water, although this hull would be at home in any waters around Australia. I know everywhere I go they reckon that the waters in their zone are the roughest in Australia. I tell you, they are just as rough anywhere. This hull is going to perform all over this country. I love the fact that the twin axle trailer makes it easy and safe to tow, and the L&R catch at the front means if you want to go out by yourself, you can launch and retrieve this boat by yourself. That's what the L&R means on the front. So you can drive it up, it automatically hooks on. You can go snapper fishing by yourself if you want to. Again, as I said before, it's a great boat for if you're thinking of stepping up into a glass boat from a tin boat. This is probably a great one to have on your shopping list. You've got the name of Haines Hunter, you've got the name of Yamaha, and you've got some great dealers like Port Phillip Boating Centre that can put it together. As tested, this one had a bit more fruit than a basic version. They start from around $65,000, but this one came in at around $80,000 and is ready to go in the water, ready to catch some snapper here on Port Phillip Bay. If you want more information, drop in and see the guys from Port Phillip Boating Centre. Visit them on the web, portphillipboatingcentre.com.au, or check out their Facebook link below. But until then, Steve Morgan checking out from a lovely day on Port Phillip Bay.